What's up, guys? So today's video has been highly requested. So highly requested. And I mean so highly requested. You wanna know how highly requested? So highly requested that I thought I already made it. I think I had intentions to. I've made a lot of Hazbin hotel videos and I thought that this was one of them, but apparently it wasn't. That's so crazy, right? Yeah, that's my bad. But we're here today to rank some Hazbin hotel ships. Now, I didn't do a whole bunch of rare pairs. I kind of just stuck with the ones that are important to me. I went with the most basic ones that everybody knows, and then there's a couple in there that just like are familiar to me, so like they cross my brain. I put them in there. If there's any that I forgot, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll either tell you right then and there, or if there's enough of them that I forgot. I don't think there's a whole bunch that I forgot, but if there are a decent amount that I've forgotten, I might make a part 2. Let's go over the tiers and why I named them the way that I named them so that you don't think I'm crazy. Up at the top, we have Heaven Bound. They are my favorite ships from the show. I want what those bitches are having, like on a silver platter. Give it to me now. You cannot critique me on these. I will not listen to you. Your opinion does not matter when it comes to these ships and how much I love them. Next up, we have Pookies. They may not be my favorite necessarily, but I completely understand the ship and I know a lot of you guys like them too. So that's just like the, you know, they're cute. They're not my personal favorites, but like, you know, let's give them the respect they deserve. Third up, we have a bombastic side eye. It can't mean anything besides, you know, if you tell me you like these ships, I'm gonna look at you like, okay. Not in a judgy way, just, you know, in a judgy way. And then the very last category that we have is double hell. If I could kill it and send it to hell again, I would. All right, let's not waste any time. First up, we have the obvious Chaggy. You guys know how I feel about Vaggie. If you're new here and you don't know how I feel about Vaggie, I don't like her. I'm gonna put them in Pookies because of course, you know, you guys would kill me if I put them anything lower. They're cute. They're just, you know, a confirmed ship and basic. If you like boring stuff, then yeah, I guess. I like cool things. Shaggy just, I don't think it deserves a lot of attention because it already exists. It's already canon. I think the fun in shipping characters is coming up with scenarios and just like things that don't actually exist. So canon ships are kind of like meh to me. Speaking of canon ships, next up we have Husker Dust, which is not an officially confirmed canon ship, but at this point it may as well be. Nobody would be surprised if Vizzy Pop decided that she wanted to make them a canon ship. I think we'd all be more surprised if she doesn't. I mean, it's just boring. There's no flavor. There's no oomph, no pizzazz. There's nothing. They're cute. Fuck, I get it. This is what I'm talking about. My radio static. And not one-sided radio static, not radio silence. That's not what we're talking about. I do understand a radio silence lover. I do. That's not me personally. I like radio static because I think that they have the potential to be very cute together. But I do feel like if it's like an established kind of relationship, because, you know, I read a lot of fanfics, surprise, surprise. If it starts off as an established relationship between Alistair and Vox, I won't like it. That's unrealistic. I think we have to have a little bit of angsty, like radio silence first to make a really good radio static fic. But it always ends with them having a somewhat happy ending. So that's why I say radio static and not radio silence. Speaking of Vox, he's getting all the play right now. We have Static Moth. They're going in Heaven Bound too because, you know, I love them. I really do like that ship. And I'm not the kind of person that reads angst for fun. If it has potential to be angsty with a happy ending, like, yeah, it's okay, but I don't read a lot of sad things. So every fic that I read is like either cute or like not cute, but like, you know what I mean. So I've only had pleasant experiences with Static Moth, with them being very happy and very just like what they are. And I love that for them. They're very cute. I adore them. Their dynamic is, chef's kiss. If you ship this, don't talk to me. moving swiftly along, we have, I think it's called Guitar Spear. It's Adam and Lute. I mean, they're like basically, you know, a confirmed ship. I don't really like them more than the next guy. I mean, Lute's hot, but that's kind of it. I don't like Adam as a character. Surprise, surprise. And Lute's kind of just like there. So they're gonna go in Pookies. They're not like my favorites, but they definitely are, you know, they're tight. They're a good ship. Alistair and Rosie, that's going in Bombastic Side Eye because I don't understand it in the slightest bit. I mean, like, I guess I get it in like an old married couple, but we're married only for tax benefits way, but that's not a ship to me. Like, a ship is short for a relationship, which, like, love, like, you know, or something. Like, I don't know. A lot of people say that they would ship Alistair and Rosie just because, you know, like a platonic kind of way, and that's not what a ship is to me. So I think that's dumb. Just don't ship them. Just say that they're really good friends. Just say that they're besties. Just say that they're best friends and leave it at that. You don't have to ship two characters just because they've spoken to each other. That's not how it works. So if you tell me that you ship that, either you genuinely think that they have romantic chemistry, and for that you get a bombastic like side eye, or you ship them platonically, which is just weird. There's no point. Just say that they're friends. Lucifer and Lilith. Burn it. I don't care. They're not together anymore. I don't think they're ever gonna get back together. I don't like Lilith. Lucifer deserves so much better. Fuck her. Sorry, I get really triggered when it comes to bad moms. You guys know this. I probably wouldn't say it's worse than that thing. But, yeah, still definitely not a favorite of mine. Cherry Snake? I love them. They're adorable. I don't care about either of their characters necessarily. Like, Serpentious and Cherry Bomb were just like not my favorite. But for what they are, for the ship that they are, which is basically kind of confirmed, sort of a little bit, tiny bit, big, a little bit confirmed, they're cute. So they're gonna go here. I think I'll put them over Guitar Spear. They can stay where they are. By the way, guys, this is not a ranking of like how good the ships are, how compatible they are, like how well they work. This is purely just how much I like them. This is all my opinion. So if you don't agree, then tough. All right, next up we have Carmilla and Zestial. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Yeah, I bet you're sitting there wondering, questioning why I would possibly put a ship like that so low on the list. I bet you're really, 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 really wondering. The answer is simple. Because Zestial's my man. That's my husband. That's my wife. Mine. Carmilla need to go somewhere, if I'm being completely honest with you. That's the only like qualm I have with that ship, is because I don't want him shipped with anybody but me. That's literally it. Like Vox, he can do what he does because we're not, you know, we're not exclusive or anything. It's just, we have it's a weird relationship what me and Vox have, but I let him do his thing. He lets me do my thing. Me and Zestial are like locked in, like we're locked tight. Like he put a ring on it a really long time ago. That's the wrong hand. He put a ring on it a really long time ago. The haters can say what they want to say about Carmilla, but she's in the past and I am his present and I am his future. So fuck that shit. Oh my God, it's Radio Apple. Oh, do I like Radio Apple? I like Radio Apple better than I like Radio Static. Yeah, Radio Apple's my OTP. I feel like out of every single ship in this show, like Radio Apple's probably what I have read the most of and what I will continue to read the most of for the rest of my time in the Hazbin fandom. And I have a lot of people who don't ship them, but I am a sucker for a good enemies to lovers. I'm such a sucker for a good enemies to lovers. Also, just like, I will always say this, I may not like a ship or I may not like ship some characters, but if you can provide me with a good explanation and like a fanfic to like convince me, I switch up so fast. And I've read so many good Radio Apple fics that it's just impossible for me to not see them together. I'm gonna just and move on with my life. Hazbin Alistair is a little bit, it's a little weird. I'm giving it bombastic side eye. Yeah, I'm not taking it to double hell, I don't think. I don't know which one I like more or less. I don't, Carmilla and like Zestial make sense at least. but like Alistair and Husk, like I understand maybe, but I feel like their relationship that they have is just so toxic that if you were to try and make it anything but what it is, like, I don't know, it would just be weird. It makes me feel icky on the inside. Oh my gosh, Polly V's. Yes, have your moment. Have your moment. I love the Polly V's trope so much. It's not even funny. It's like a legitimate problem. I know like the main kind of idea around them is like two gay dads and their like sassy daughter. I don't see it like that. Velvet's a grown-ass adult. Like again, I was not thinking about this until I read a fic about it, and I was like, man, they're kind of cute together. I just love the idea that like all three of them just like love each other and like occasionally commit like acts of sin with each other. And then last but not least, we have Apple Media. Now, if you don't know what Apple Media is, it's Alistair, Vox, and Lucifer. And I know what you're thinking. Where did that come from? That's like a rare, very rare pair. I really like them. I like my ships weird. What can I say? I told you they need to have a little flavor, a little picante, a little something. They can't just be, you know, boring. And even me at Apple Media, I was like, how did we get here? And it usually either starts with Lucifer and Alistair teasing Vox in ways, and then eventually being like, okay, whatever, you can be with us, I guess. But like they actually like, you know, but like Alistair and Vox, like I said, there has to be a little bit of angst there for me to like them together. So I don't know, Apple Media is a little bit finicky for me. It's usually not a lot of plot in the fics that I read for Apple Media. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you. There's usually no plot. But in the ones where there were plot, they were super cute because it was like, I've seen Vox and Lucifer fighting over Alistair, and then just all three of them somehow ending up together in like the long run. And I've seen Alistair and Lucifer already being together, and then like Lucifer takes a liking to Vox, and Alistair is just like, oh, not that guy. But then like Lucifer keeps pushing them to hang out with each other, and then eventually like everybody kind of, I don't know, it's really weird. I'm not gonna say it's not a weird dynamic, but I like it. Maybe not Heaven Bound. I don't like it that much. There's really not a lot of like media for it. Like there's a couple of fanfics, and there was a Apple Media Week on like Twitter or X like some months ago before I deleted it. So there's like a whole bunch of fan art for it, but I wouldn't say Heaven Bound because I don't consume them like super often. Okay, so this is our Hazbin rankings all completed. I feel like I'm forgetting ships, and if I am, please let me know down in the comments. I'm just a girl, a forgetful girl. In Double Hell, we have, well, that. Bombastic Side A, we have Alistair and Husk, just because I don't know, the dynamic is weird, and I feel like any relationship between them would just be really toxic and angsty, and that's not my cup of tea. And then we have Carmilla, who thinks she's with my man, but she's actually not. Okay, this is just a plot that me and him have going on to make her think she's in control until we're ready to stage a coup and take over her life. Then we have Alistair and Rosie. Again, I can only see them as like besties, friends, platonic friends. I don't see any romantic sparkle whatsoever. And if you're shipping them just for like, yeah, like they'd be together for tax benefits, they'd be together, you know, for like marital benefits, then they're not in love. They don't ship them, they're just friends. Then in Pookies, we have Cherry Snake. They're Cherry Snake, you know. Guitar Spear, again, basically established. The way that Lute was looking at him and the way that Adam smiled at her in the end when he died, like there was something going on. Chaggy, Husker Dust, again, just like they're good ships. They're just boring to me because they're basically established. So there's like nothing to talk about there. Then we have Apple Media, which again, compared to everything else that came before it, it's like, what is that? But just let me cook. And then in Heaven Bound, my absolute favorite ships ever, we have Static Moth because Radio Static, not Radio Silence. Get it right. Then we have Polly V's. I don't know why I like them so much. I just really, really, really love a good poly V moment. And then my OTP, which if you don't know stands for one true pairing. Live a little. Radio Apple. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it took so long for this to happen. I swore I made this video like months ago. Love you, Kennies, very much. And I will catch you in the next video. Later.